Every day I imagine a future where I can be with you. Dun-dun-dun-dun-dun-dun. Dun-dun-dun-dun-dun-dun. In my hand, there's a pen I write a poem of me and you. Dun-dun-dun-dun-dun. Okay, now I'm live. So, hi everybody, I am Go Senpai, also known as UnFantasmaMas, and this is my second and last run in this marathon, and I hope that my internet allows me to do this, and I hope that everybody can enjoy it. This is Pepsiman Any Person Plus Cutscenes, or well, as it has been renamed recently in the speedrunning community as Cutscene%. First of all, I need to say thank you for all the people who donated and put their money towards this donation incentive. I really need to say that I'm glad that the Cutscenes incentive was met, since Lori was having a lot of jokes about if it was a good idea to include it, and I just tell her, don't worry, just put it. All the time the donation goal is reached, and guess what? That happened, so yikes. Now it's time to start with some Pepsi Man, and I hope that somebody in between the viewers has some Pepsis to enjoy during this run. So I'm just gonna do a little setup, something faster. Okay, so I'm gonna make the countdown from 3. So okay, wait a moment. Okay, well, I'm gonna do the countdown from 3. So 3, 2, 1, go. And since I need to play all the cutscenes, I'm not gonna skip any of these. So I hope that you can enjoy this cool meme.
Let's start the game.
Let's start the game. I'm gonna keep quiet during all these cutscenes, and I'm gonna try to explain what happens after this, just if somebody haven't understand the deep story about this game.
Ah, Pepsi Man, you got here just at the perfect time. I got a call that a vending machine ahead ran out of Pepsi, and I was just on my way there when I got a flat tire. There are a bunch of people gathered in front of the vending machine. They want Pepsi! And the word is that they're just about to riot. I plan to head over there as soon as I can fix this flat. But it looks like it's gonna take some time. Can't you do something, Pepsi Man?
Okay, if somebody hasn't understand what happens here, don't worry, I'm gonna try to explain it. Well, it looks like the only Pepsi vending machine that is on the street ran out of Pepsi, and the only Pepsi vehicle for the city got a flat tire, and they don't know how much time they're gonna take to repair that. So Pepsi Man needs to go as fast as possible to look for that vending machine and give the people some Pepsis before they get exhausted. And yes, if you don't understand the logic of this, don't worry, me neither. So the real category of this is any person and plus cutscenes, which means that I need to just beat the game as fast as possible. The game is short. That's something good. So the goal of any person is to try to don't catch the Pepsi cans, because at the end of every stage we have, okay, I have catch one, that was bad. So at the end of the stage you have a counter which tells you how much Pepsi cans that you have got and all that stuff. So if you got as many Pepsi cans as you can, obviously you're gonna lose more time. So for any percent you will to try to catch as less as possible. But just for marathon safeness, in order to gain some extra lives, maybe on next stages I'm gonna go through that. I'm gonna try to catch some Pepsi cans, because at the end of every stage, when it's making the game is counting how much Pepsi cans have you catch during all the stage. For every 25 Pepsi cans you gain an extra life. Also, if you get some damage, for every 10 in total during this stage, for every 10 Pepsi cans, your health gets refilled. So you have 3 opportunities before you lose a life. So now it's time to continue with the second stage of the game. Well, the second scene, because as I said before, this game is so short, and this game has just 4 scenes no, just sorry, 4 stages with 3 ascents, each of them, 2 regular stages and then a boss battle. I'm not gonna spoil it. I'm gonna try to don't spoil anything, so I hope that you can enjoy every this. And now it's time to enter this curious mode called Pepsiman Pro Skater. So learn something, Tony Hawk. I'm gonna talk about a bit about the story of this game. This game was released back in 1999 exclusively for Japan, and this was curious because the game hasn't sold very well in Japan during that era. But thanks to the piracy, this game was very well known in Latin America, which curiously it became so popular even to the date. So yes. And now we reach the end of this stage, and now we see to all these people who wanted a Pepsi, but the vending machine doesn't have any kind of Pepsi. But don't worry, just Pepsiman extends his hand and gives to these people extracted from Street Fighter 2 all the Pepsi cans that they need to don't get thirsty. And now it's time to move to the first boss battle of the game. Oh, it's not the same Pepsi vehicle that. Okay, dude, that was so rude. And yes, this is the first boss battle of the game. We need to avoid this big Pepsi can for 1 minute. This is a kind of auto-scroller. It takes like 1 minute. Because looks like it's more interesting to keep going through the street when somebody decides to put all these random things on it, instead of going just to the sidewalk because it's more safer. No, we're Pepsiman, we need action, so sidewalks are for people that are boring, like the pants. And yes, this was the first stage of the game. It's time to move to the second stage of the game, and again we have a couple of wonderful cutscenes during this, so I hope that you can enjoy it. And now it's time to keep quiet again.
You're doing pretty good.
Thank you, I appreciate it a lot, dude.
Have a Pepsi. Next stage.
And remember, guys, have a Pepsi. It's Pride. Wait, is this Pride Weekend?
Pepsiman! There's a building on fire just ahead. We need to get there immediately, but look what's happened! According to reports I have heard, they got the fire under control, but there are some people that couldn't escape fast enough and are trapped on the roof. They are extremely exhausted, and it doesn't seem likely that we can get first aid to them in time. Can't you give them something to help revive them, Pepsiman?
Okay, so since Ness is saying that we're having a parade on the festival since it's Pride Weekend, remember to take all the Pepsis that you can for this celebration. And well, trying to explain again what happened in the cutscene, it looks like the fighters got the fire under control from a big building, but they're not able to rescue the people in the building for now, so they're starting to get exhausted. Now Pepsiman needs to go and try to help that people don't get exhausted, and they can wait until they got saved. And okay, this was a little mistake. It's not supposed that I lose a life there, but okay, never mind. And I'm not gonna catch this Pepsi can. Maybe I'm gonna try to catch another stages. And in some stages you can, if you play so well, you can finish them with no cans, but in another stages like this it's a bit hard to do that, or well, it's not possible. This is part of the any percent, but since this is a marathon, I need to try to play a bit safely. So in some occasions, if I start to lose some lives, I'm gonna go through some Pepsi cans. Because at least the good part of this game is that if you get a game over screen, you can, the game allows you to continue on the part that you have lose all your lives. So maybe if I run out of lives if I don't have so much lives when I start on a specific stage, I'm gonna do a data abuse just to refill my life counter. And yeah, sorry for my crappy bitrate. Sorry for this, guys. My internet is not in a good condition, but I'm trying to do my best. Believe me. And well, we got the first ascent of the second stage done. And now it's time to move to the second stage. Well, the second is okay. Okay, now it's time to move to the second ascent of the second stage. Remember, guys, have a Pepsi. Well, so while I try to play this, I'm gonna... Okay, game drop my input, interesting. So the way that you move here is that, well, you use the D-pad. This game is also compatible with the analog sticks and with the DualShock controllers, and this is a PlayStation 1 game. But the DualShock is just for the vibrators, you cannot use the analog stick, but it's fine since it feels weird when you use an analog stick to play this game. And the game is dropping my inputs again. Yeah, I think I'm gonna give a Pepsi to my internet connection. So, talking about a bit of this game, as you can notice during the cutscenes, they are using the most common Japanese English known as English. And all of this was done on purpose. The director of the game wanted that, so yes, that's the reason why this game has a lot of grammatical issues with the English, so don't feel bad. This is something that was intended. So I need to catch another 4 cans. Okay. It's gonna be fine. We speak English. And well, now it's time to go to the second boss battle, and we have this big red pizza truck, and yikes, another auto-scroller. Something I need to say about these boss stages is that each of them are kinda similar, talking about timing. So depending also of the boss stage, it's gonna take some seconds longer, but it's not a big deal. You just need to pay attention to all this stuff that is on the street, and also you can get hit here just 3 times, and every time you get hit, the stage turns more hard because it gives you less time to react and you get closer to the boss, which in this case it's a red pizza truck, and this is not good. This is not good, this is not good, this is not good. There we go. Okay, that was fine. As you can see, I finished so close to the red pizza truck thanks to that 2 hits. And well, now it's time to move to the third stage of the game, and again we have a couple of wonderful cutscenes during this, so please enjoy. And remember, guys,
Pepsi for TV game.
Pepsi for TV game.
Pepsiman, a plane full of passengers had to make an emergency landing in the desert. We were on our way there when the helicopter broke down. Fortunately, no one was hurt or killed. But in the middle of nowhere, right in the middle of the desert, and they are all exhausted. Another helicopter is on the way, but it looks like it's going to take some time. Isn't there anything we can do to help them until that helicopter arrives?
And well, I don't think that I need to explain a lot this, so basically an emergency landing, an airplane has done an emergency landing. So, yikes. Okay, this is bad. But unfortunately, nobody has died during that, so while an helicopter is trying to rescue all that people who got in the middle of the desert, Pepsiman needs to go and help them to not get exhausted or thirsty again. So I'm gonna try to do a one frame perfect trick. Okay, never mind, I wasn't able to get it. Because on the specific parts you can see that, well, I got hit and the guy who is driving that truck with all these woods waited patiently until I was able to move, so yay. I need to put attention because with some woods I need to make a slide, and in other of them I need to jump. For example, on these lower ones, it's supposed that I need to jump, but there's a frame perfect trick that I can do that unfortunately I wasn't able to do. It's a bit hard because you have just a little window to do this. So now we need to run so far away from these motorbike guys because they got mad because I have to take their Pepsis. But don't worry, even if you don't take them, they are trying to chasing you. And also, if I got hit by one of them in my back, I'm gonna fly to the sky, and that's gonna be an instantly death. And we don't want that it happens. Fortunately, I just have lose one life, which is something good. And we're gonna start here, and we got this. We beat this stage. I also love this game, and Pepsi for TV game. And just in case I have gained another extra life here, because on these next stages, if you make some mistakes, that means that you're gonna lose some lives. And we don't want that it happens. Do we? So now I am really in the desert trying to skip all these bulls. Trying to jump over them, but I got hit by one of them, but that's not supposed to be a big deal. So even for the casual people, this maybe can be one of the most problematic parts, because as most of the Pepsiman runners says, the principal problem, well, the most hardest part of running this definitely is to finish the game casually. Yeah, it's a bit hard to finish this game in a casual way because, well, you know, Japan being Japan, and maybe this game looks so easy, but it's not entirely. You lose a lot of lives trying to beat it, and also trying to get all the Pepsi cans. There are 100 of them on each stage. But don't worry, if you finish the game, at the end you unlock a free play mode, which you can choose any stage do you want, and you have 99 lives, so you can keep trying over there to get all the Pepsi cans. And also, thanks to some dashings, I don't need to jump because I got enough time to jump over, well, don't jump and just skip that holes, and that's something good. And Pepsiman saved the day again. And I hope that this doesn't count as a little spoiler, but if you haven't found any kind of logic during all this run, believe me, you're not gonna find it up to this point. Oh, dude, that should have hurted him a lot. And yikes, this is the third boss battle, and I'm fully aware that in real life this cannot be possible. What is it? That's something that probably we're not gonna know. At least for now. So yeah, now our hero Pepsiman needs to skip all of these traps and try to go well up all these obstacles and try to go as fast as possible. Well, you cannot go as fast as possible. This is an auto-scroller. Auto-scrollers are slower. Auto-scroller means that you're gonna lose time. Auto-scrollers mean that you're gonna waste your time. Auto-scroller says no, you cannot go faster. So yes. Okay, I got one hit, but it doesn't matter because this was the last part of the stage of this boss battle. And well, now it's time to move to the last stage of the game. So now we have another couple of cutscenes, of wonderful cutscenes, and then also we have a last cutscene after I finish the run. And yes, if you finish a Pepsi, take another one.
Pepsi for pizza.
And also, keep this in mind, guys. Pepsi for pizza. And well, I'm not gonna explain this cutscene. Just hear it and take your own conclusions. Believe me, that's better for everybody.
Pepsiman, it looks like the main computer of Pepsi City went out of control a little while ago from being overloaded. All the roads are affected by the computer and we can't move ahead. There isn't enough Pepsi for everyone, and violence has flared up amongst those wanting Pepsi. Exhausted people are collapsing because they can't refresh themselves with Pepsi. If it continues like this, there will be a worldwide shortage of Pepsi, and we'll have a real problem. Can't you do something to put the computer back in working order?
I hope that somebody have understand this because I'm not gonna explain it. Well, I'm gonna do a little explanation. So literally, if worlds run out of Pepsi, another world war is gonna start. So remember, guys, be careful with the Pepsi. Okay, I got blocked there. I haven't got hit, which was something weird. And yeah, I was aware that that was gonna happen. Uh-oh, sheep, now it's having problems. Sheep runs out of Pepsi, so keep the sheep a Pepsi before real problem starts. So yeah, basically now Pepsi managed to fix the principal computer because it got overloaded. Okay, that was a little mistake. But it's fine, it's fine, it's fine. Just gonna catch another Pepsi can, and I'm gonna have a little health refill. And also, for some reason on these parts, when I have played, well, while Pepsiman was inside of a trash can, for some reason the D-pad was inverted, and yeah, well, another lot lie. But it doesn't matter because I have catch another extra one on a previous stage, so yikes. Sorry, on a previous ascent. Because this game just has 4 ascents, and again the game dropped my jump input. This is not good. Okay, don't worry. Fortunately I'm gonna finish under my estimate, so this is cool for me. I'm gonna try it. Okay, I'm gonna have another extra life for the next stage. And also the game has a timer, an in-game timer. If I don't finish the game until that timer, I'm gonna lose a life. And yeah, guess who is gonna lose a life thanks to the timer. And that was the end of the stage. Why I have done that, I don't find any kind of explanations for me. But well, this is just a little excuse because everybody loves Pepsi and we need more Pepsiman in our lives. And again, the game is dropping my jump input. Okay, time to play safely because this is my very last life. Even if I don't gain extra lives, I'm gonna... If I don't gain extra lives at least 2, I'm gonna do dead abuse on the next stage. Okay, I'm just gonna gain 1. Okay, never mind, I think I can do it. I hope that I don't get a game over screen on the next stage. These 2 lives are enough for me. These 2 lives are enough. I don't think I'm gonna need it. I hope that I don't need it. I don't need them. Sorry. Dude, I'm getting affected by the English. Well, never mind. English is not my principal language, so yikes. Now it's time to move to the last regular stage, the last ascent before my... well, the last boss battle. And probably this is the most challenging stage during all the game. So it's time to move a bit safely again. Because now we have these arrows on the floor that can reduce or can add some speed to Pepsiman. So sometimes you need to move safely, sometimes don't. In my situation, I hope that my muscular memory works properly and help me to remember what did I need to do in which spots. Because this is mostly a muscular memory thing, and well, this tube part is a bit hard, since even if you move faster, as you can see there's a lot of tubes during this stage, and the game is dropping my inputs again, so yikes. And okay, this is not good. So, well, another problem that this game has is that the controls are not so sensitive, and if I wanna do a dash, I need to be careful and do the correct timing to execute it, otherwise the game is not gonna recognize that I'm telling to Pepsiman to perform a dash. Okay, this is the last door, and yes, I was expecting that. And okay, I'm gonna keep quiet because this is the only hard part of the game, because these walls are so tight. Bless RNG. There we go, that was the most hardest part of the game, and I was able to beat it. Feels nice, man. And feels bright, man. See, sorry, feels bright. Oh, who is? Feels bright, man, since we are on the pride mode. Yikes. And now Pepsi has showed his engineering skills with the computers and have restored the principal Pepsi computer during all the city. And now it's time to move to the very last ascent, the very last stage, the very last boss fight of the game. And again, which is the logic of that big Pepsi can to fall down? And yes, we have a retrospective about the first boss. Okay, this is not like the first boss battle, because now we have these little Pepsi cans. And again, this is gonna take like 1 minute. If I don't die, it's gonna be faster, it's gonna take 1 minute, so wherever who's taking the time, I think it's Ness who's gonna stop the timer. The time is gonna finish once I lose the control of Pepsi, and that's gonna be when the game turns into a widescreen mode, like all the times when I finish the boss battle, so be ready for the timer. Alright, anyways, I'm gonna say time when it comes, but just to be prepared. In a couple of seconds this can finish. And okay, this is not good, this is not good, this is not happening. And time! And yes, this was Pepsiman Kids and Percent, so I hope that somebody in the chat can tell me which was my time, since for some reason I have forgot to open my amp splits to time this. And now it's time to enjoy the very last cutscene of the game while I do some special shoutouts.
Everybody Pepsi! Drink Pepsi! Pepsi. Only my choice.
Remember people, everybody Pepsi, drink Pepsi, and Pepsi, only my choice. Okay, 27:13. Thanks, Lauri. That was a very decent time. I need to admit that. I need to say that because on my recent cutscenes practice, I was finishing with a 31 or a 32. I was losing a huge amount of life, so. At least I'm glad that everything went fine during this run. So before I say goodbye, I need to do some special shoutouts for Lauri, Shadow, Claw, and all the staff who gave me the opportunity to run this game and this marathon. I need to say thank you to all the people again who donated for this incentive.
Pepsi is.
I'm aware that amount of Pepsi cans are not so healthy. And well, also I need to say thank you to all the people who is watching this marathon and have donated, even for different incentives. So well, and I need okay, that's something true. I need to do a special shout out for Sheep Squared because Sheep was sleeping when it was the ship's time to be the host in the early morning, and I needed to keep waking up for that. And well, that was Pepsiman Ketchup percent. I hope that you have enjoyed it. Remember, if you want to donate, there's an incentive for one shot for the April Fool's patch. We're close to get it, so please, guys, if you donate, put your money towards that incentive. So well, you was sick. Okay, I can understand that shit. So well. Thank you guys, thank you people for having me here, and see you. Ghost is out. Peace.
Damn, just about beat me to it. Alright, so we're gonna set up. I'm great at changing the text on the BRB screen. I'm gonna get ready for Ukulele with Ninpalk. And then we're gonna get into our